What a moment. What a night. What a final. This women's 200 meters could be utterly electric. Marie-José Tarlou, she's just helped Côte d'Ivoire make the final of the 4x1. Could she spring a surprise? She was fourth in the 100 and bitterly disappointed. Fantastic athlete. On the outside, Sha'Carri Richardson, gold medalist in the 100 meters in her favorite lane. Could she do it again? She might well need to run a lifetime best. Antonique Strawn was a double World Junior Champion in 2012. It's taken her a long time to fulfill her potential, but she's had the best season of her career. And this, believe it or not, is her first individual global final since those World Juniors. Down to 22:15 this year, the Bahamian goes in 3. The fourth fastest woman in history. Gabby Thomas, bronze 2 years ago, but she's even quicker this year. Can she do it against an all-star stellar lineup? She's a massive figure in American track and field, but it's a huge test. Dina Asher-Smith knows what it takes to win this title. She did so 4 years ago in Doha and got a bronze 12 months ago in Eugene. It's been a difficult season for Asher-Smith, but if anyone can rise to the occasion, it is the former champion. What a moment for St. Lucia. What a moment for Julian Alfred. 5th in the 100 meters. She's a Commonwealth silver medalist, the 4th fastest in the world this year. Alfred for St. Lucia, bidding for their first medal. She made the Olympic final a couple of years ago over 100 meters. Daryl Nita is skipping her way into the 200 final. Full of running, full of confidence, and a massive PB for second in the second semi-final. She's now 3rd on the British all-time list.
And finally in lane 6, the defending world champion for Jamaica.
Silver in the 100 meters. Is it going to be gold again for the defending champion, Shericka Jackson? Dan O'Brien next to me. This is just about the best lineup you could ever have for a 200 meter final. This is going to be huge.
Well, and there's so many storylines here.
So what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you never miss our latest reaction to the biggest stories in Jamaica, sports and global events. So guys, in today's video, we are going to watch where Jamaica really showed a lot, a complete dominance in the races in 200 meters and also the 4x400 meters relay, whereby Jamaica really came out and showed why they are the ones who owns the greatest sprinters of all time in the world. So guys, let us watch these videos till the end, then I'll be coming back with more comments. Please stay connected till the end.
This could be so fast.
And Sha'Carri Richardson has nothing to lose. She just needs to relax.
Richardson, USA 9. Thomas, USA 8. Alfred, St. Lucia in 7. Jackson, defending champion, in 6, Jamaica. Daryl Nita, Great Britain 5. Asher-Smith, Great Britain 4. Strawn, Bahamas 3. Tarlou, Côte d'Ivoire in 2. It's been absolutely brilliant in Budapest this week, and it might be about to get even better. 4 athletes in this field have broken 22 seconds this season. In Jackson and Thomas, we have the 2nd and 4th fastest women in history, and outside them, in her lucky lane 9, is the newly crowned 100-meter champion, brimming with confidence and belief. Whoever wins this may have to run very, very close to a 35-year-old world record to do so. This is the women's 200-meter World Championship final. The ultimate final explodes into life. Jackson's going really well in the middle. To go with her. But it's Sharika Jackson up here. Watch the clock. This is so fast. Richardson. It's the second fastest time ever run. And a mark of her confidence is that she looked fleetingly disappointed that she hadn't broken the world record. Thomas took the silver with 21.81 and Richardson the bronze. That was simply majestic. It was never in doubt. World record. That was stunning from Jackson.
Well, you look at her in the last 100 meters, and she is so concentrating on her form and her technique, and she is an absolute metronome down the home straight all the way through the line. She doesn't need to dip. She knows she's running extremely fast, and I think she had more than just the 200-meter world championship on the line. She did want that world record.
You could tell in her eyes when she looked at the clock when she finished. Yes, she was pleased she won, but she knew that was fast. I thought for a whisker, just for a whisker, I thought she might have done it. It was ever so close.
You've got to feel for Julian Alfred as well. Fourth place finish. She was fifth in the 100. Fourth place finish here. She's had a wonderful championship, but just overshadowed by just brilliant performances.
What's a
Jamaica expected to put out a fabulous time here. Nelson, White, Birchall, McGregor, their squad. Scotland, they will be quick as well. Singapore and India, and the Indian squad with their tails up. Who knows what they can do? On paper, they may qualify, but frankly, with the advantage of some fabulous results bolstering their spirits this morning by other members of their team, we may see India outperform themselves here. So, the Jamaicans, lead-off athlete, that's Nelson, just adjusting her blocks. England took gold 4 years ago on the Gold Coast ahead of Jamaica, and Nigeria in third.
Well, they're still going through their preparations, so let's return our attention to this hammer competition. Meanwhile, the women getting ready for the first of the two semi-finals, top three in each going through to the big showdown.
Well, Jamaica were champions in Scotland in 2014 in those wonderfully organised games in Glasgow, but beaten by England. Bit of an upset that 4 years ago. They'll want to get back on the top of the rostrum, but first they must get that baton round these four athletes. Baton speed is critical. The changeovers need to be smooth, and you can quite often in relays get a squad of moderate talents defeating a squad of super talents if the changeovers are strong. If you can maintain baton speed through keeping it really smooth changeovers, then you can quite often get some rather strange results. Here's the lead-off athlete for the India, Chand. She'll hand over to Das, then Nanda and Iyalaji. On the outside, they can focus on their own job. The Indian record, 43.37. Singapore go in lane 6. Pereira will hand over to Zaini, then Chandran and Liu.
In lane 5,
Scotland, always good carriers of the baton at the Commonwealth Games. Matheson, Rees, Malone and Spence, their quartet. The Jamaicans, well, they start as favourites here, surely, with Nelson, White, Birchall and McGregor making up their foursome. Their national record, 41.02.
In 3, Azapani, Richards, Sifuna and Wingfield.
Here is the Maltese quartet, and the lead-off runner, Azapani. She'll hand over to Richards, Skikluna and Wingfield. And then the Maldives on the inside with Hussein, Mohammed, Hassan and Mohammed again, making up their foursome.
First 3 automatically make the final, plus the next 2 fastest across the 2 heats.
Well, the second fastest time ever is by Jamaica. That was last year at the Olympic Games, 41.02. Only the USA have ever gone under 41 seconds. Anything down in the low 42s is very, very crisp. And in fact, only Jamaica have been down there. The Scottish record, for example, 44.35 is the Scottish best this season, 44.35. The first of 2 heats in the women's 4x100 metres. Then the first 3 teams go through by right to tomorrow's final. Maldives in 2, Malta 3, Jamaica going 4 in the yellow, Scotland in 5, Singapore 6, India 7. Away they go, and already Jamaica making up ground on Scotland. Centre of picture, Jamaica almost up alongside Matheson of Scotland. It's been a brilliant leg from Nelson. A safe changeover, not a fast changeover from the Jamaicans. The Scots pretty much matched them, but down the back straight, the second leg runner from Jamaica moving really well at the moment. That is White. She hands over. That was a good changeover from the Jamaicans. Scotland in second, going really well. On the outside, India going pretty well too. It's Jamaica from India at the moment. India having a really good run here. Their backs are up as Jamaica take it over on the final leg. Down the home straight, looking really strong. It's McGregor now, storming away with this. That's an 8 or 9 metre winning margin. India comfortably second, Scotland in third, and a really close battle for the 4th places there, but 43.66 by Jamaica there. Well, it was a safe squad that got it round well enough. Let's hope there are no red flags and that all the changeovers were good for every team. But that was a huge winning margin and an equally huge gap behind India, Rob.
Yes, Scotland getting the best of that battle for the 3rd spot. Wingfield was finishing very quickly for Malta on the anchor leg. The Indians had a very sluggish changeover from 3rd to anchor, but how well did they go down the back straight? They've taken 2nd. Scotland have gone through by a couple of tenths of a second. Singapore and Malta very, very close behind, but we will see the Scottish quartet in the final. The Jamaicans are so good. They've got such a great reputation. The Olympic champions, the silver medalists in Eugene, gold in Glasgow, and they've got Elaine Thompson-Herah, who they can draft into the final. Not a bad name to add to the list, a 4-time individual Olympic champion.
Yeah, Thompson-Herah has looked superb all week, hasn't she? Getting fitter all the time. That was a safe changeover from the Indians on the outside. I expected a little more from Scotland. I thought they'd be closer to India, that's for sure. But look at this changeover from Scotland. Oh, awful changeover, final changeover there from Scotland. Looked to me like the outgoing runner went off a little bit early for them. That was Spence. Indeed, they're only just ahead of Singapore, and you'd expect from a well-drilled squad like the Scots a bigger margin. But they are through safely. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, so
Jamaica,
good, the
India
Jamaicans.
and Scotland.
So good, the Jamaicans. You could see Spence coming under a little bit of pressure there for that 3rd spot with the fast finish of Wingfield from Malta. Watch this last changeover for the Indians, just on the left of picture. Took them a while. Can't quite see her, and also, as you said, it was a little bit sluggish from the Scots, but poetry in motion, the Jamaican quartet, and they will be smarting after finishing 2nd to the United States in Eugene. But despite the fact that we've got great teams going in the 2nd of the heats, England as the defending champions, the Jamaicans would surely line up as the joint favourites at least.
And England, well, they've swapped victories at the Commonwealth Games with Jamaica. The last 4 editions have gone Jamaica, England, Jamaica, England. Jamaica's, of course, as Rob Wright.
Okay guys, welcome back. There are some victories that earn you a medal, and then there are some victories that send a message to the entire world. That's exactly what happened when Jamaica once again proved why it's one of the greatest sprinting nations in history. The spotlight was on women's 200 meters, where some of the biggest names in athletics lined up. Expectations could have been higher. Fans were looking forward to another thrilling showdown between Jamaica and Team USA, and the race certainly delivered. From the moment the gun went off, the intensity was obvious. Every athlete exploded from the blocks, knowing that one mistake could cost everything. But as the rest unfolded, one woman separated herself from the rest. That is Sharika Jackson, who looked incredibly smooth throughout the curve and became even stronger in the final stretch. While everyone else was fighting to keep the pace, she seemed completely in control. And her victory wasn't just about crossing the finish line first, it was about reminding the world why Jamaica continues to dominate in women's sprinting. What made the performance even more impressive was how close she came to producing one of the fastest time ever recorded. When an athlete pushes the limits like that, people stop talking about simply winning races and start talking about the greatness. But Jamaica wasn't finished. Attention quickly shifted to the women's 4 by 100 meters relay. Heats relay races are very different from individual events. Raw speed matters, but perfect teamwork matters just as much. A poor baton exchange can destroy the chances of even the fastest team. Jamaica showed exactly why experience and preparation are so important. Each baton exchange was clean, fast, and efficient. Every runner trusted the next athlete, allowing the team to maintain momentum throughout the race. Instead of struggling under pressure, Jamaica looked confident just from the start to the finish and comfortably qualified for the final. That's what separates great relay teams from everyone else. It's not just about having fast runners, it's about years of training together and building complete trust. And one point raised in this race is that Jamaica is incredible consistency. New stars continue to emerge generation after generation. When one champ retires, another seems ready to take the spotlight. That isn't something that happens by accident. Jamaica has built a culture where sprinting is part of the nation's identity. Young athletes grow up watching legends achieve greatness, and many dreams of following the same path. The tradition creates fierce competition at home, pushing athletes to become even better before they ever reach the international stage. Yeah, of course, the rivalry with the United States continues to be one of the biggest attraction in athletes. Whenever Jamaica and Team USA meet in the track, first know they're about to witness world-class performances. Both countries have produced incredible champions, and their competition has helped elevate the sports for years. At the same time, it's worth remembering that elite athletics is consistently evolving. One championship doesn't define the future, and every season brings new challenges. Great teams respond by improving and adapting and preparing for the next opportunity. For Jamaica, though these performances reinforce something the athletics world has known for decades. When the biggest races arrive, Jamaica sprinters are always among the favorites. Whether it's individual events or a relay, they have repeatedly shown their ability to perform under pressure and deliver on the world biggest stage. So the question now becomes, can Jamaica continue this remarkable tradition with the next generation of sprinters? Or will USA reclaim the upper hand in future championships? I'd love to hear from your thoughts. Do you think Jamaica is still the gold standard in women's sprinting, or is the rivalry becoming more balanced? Leave your opinion in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this reaction, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.